FamOver.
Sometimes I wake up in cold sweat.
FamOver.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Excuse me. Salute to everybody out there on this good Sunday, y'all. Hope everybody feeling good, good vibes, good love around, good energy around. There's good positivity all around, man. We got some good content to check out today. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest news and reaction videos. Still a lot going on out here in the world, but gotta stay positive and maneuver through it, y'all. Take it day by day, man. Stay on wave. Ever since I changed my mentality, well, not mentality, but thoughts the other day, all good things been happening just out the blue. I ain't gonna lie. Good things have been happening for me, so I'm gonna stay on that path. Keep on thinking good things, good thoughts, staying positive. Salute to everybody in the building already. Buddha, Amber, Solo, Gervais, DJ. Excuse me, he said. Oh yeah, you just gotta get that email, Gervais. FamOverTV@gmail.com. FamOverTV@gmail.com. And that will do the job. That's all you gotta do. I'm gonna wait for a few people to fall in and we'll get started. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in, y'all. Most definitely. Crazy world we living in. I'm waiting on Friday. I want to see this Disclosure movie. I definitely want to check it out. My guy Frank. Salute to Frank the Tank in the chat, my guy. Appreciate that super chat, man. Much love. Much love and support from my guy Frank. Bless. What's good? What's good, fam? Bay John, what's good? Let's get into it, man. I know people get to falling in once we start. Hit that like button, y'all. Let's get into this content. My boy Trizzy been tripping, y'all. He been tripping.
The election was rigged. It was a dirty election.
Mr.
And it's
President,
happening again right now in California.
You've never presented evidence.
It's happening
that the
right now in California.
What, do you have evidence to support
all
that?
I have to do is look. Or they're crooked, just
California.
like you're crooked. Your press is crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's
Really?
let's
Well, you
continue.
play right into their hands.
Let's continue.
You're either crooked or you're stupid.
You've never presented
Oh my
evidence that was
God.
rigged. Let's keep talking about, I want to talk about Todd
You
Blank.
have more evidence. There's more evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk
Your
about...
elections
You
in
went
this
to
country,
court.
we're like a third world country.
But, sir-
Your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and
But,
Meet the Press is crooked,
Mr.
and so
President-
is ABC and CBS and CNN.
But, Mr. President-
You're one-sided crooked networks. All right, let's call it quits because I've had enough.
You just referenced the 13 Americans who
Yeah.
were killed, and I want to know what your red line is. What would trigger you to restart military action? Would it be Iran killing more American citizens?
Well, certainly that would be something that I would think about very seriously. But my red line would be if I think I wasn't going to make a deal or if I wasn't going to make a deal fast enough. So we're having very good negotiations with the people that are leading the country now. It's the third group that we've been dealing with. And they are different. And you could say it's regime change, actually, because these are very different people. I find it to be.
Hey, yeah, red tie Trump be tripping. Bay John, Makai. Salute to Makai watching y'all on the stream. My guy, my little homie. Christopher was
more
good.
rational, very smart.
Who is that? Who's leading
Well, I
the
don't want to go into
country?
names, but you know who they are. I mean, they're leaders. They're respected, respected by the people that have to respect them. They are calling the shots. We know that because we see it through various tests that we've given. It's a little bit strange because you have leaders that have been there for a long time and they get wiped out. Then you have leaders that you also know, the second tier, and they get wiped out. All of a sudden, we're dealing with different people. But no, I think that we'll either have something done fairly quickly or we'll finish it out militarily.
What changed? Because you insisted no new wars.
First of all, I didn't guarantee no war. Why would I have built the strongest military in the world? I built our military. I inherited.
But he campaigned on no wars. I remember him vividly saying no wars. Like, if I'm in there, there's no wars. There's no reason for us to. He was like campaigning on that. Queen Libra was good. Quan, Darla, salute. But now he's saying he didn't say it though. Man, Trizzy ass be tripping, y'all. Danny was good.
A terrible military. No new wars. You started. No new wars. No new wars. No new wars. We don't need the wars.
We traveled all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Man, he stepped on a
Whistleblower came out
microphone.
because this
Man.
administration tried to mark over 2 million people as dead, even though they're not. And a lot of them are people of color. And not even all of them are not even non-U.S. citizens. Some of them are U.S. citizens as well. So, yeah.
Damn,
This
that's
is America.
crazy.
It's time to end the Epstein files story once and for all. I don't want to be misunderstood, so let me explain what I mean. When I say it's time to end the story, I don't mean it's time to forget about it and move on and stop talking about it. Ending the story doesn't mean we move on. Ending the story means we stop pretending that Jeffrey Epstein never existed, and we stop pretending that it is time to move on from the story. What I mean is the opposite. The reason we need to end the story is because we're not going to forget about it. We're not going to let it disappear. We want this story resolved once and for all so we can evaluate who are the alleged wrongdoers. What is the statute of limitations on their alleged crimes? Is it time for criminal referrals? We want the transparency that's been promised to us for years. We've been told the truth is around the corner. The bombshell is coming. And then when the people in the Trump administration get a shot at it, former AG Pam Bondi or whoever, they go, I don't really think there are files. There's really no list. I don't really have anything. There's no more criminal referrals coming. There's no more indictments coming. And then we remember, okay, yeah, so we haven't actually gotten the files yet. And then it just kind of evaporates for a little while. And every couple months, there's another promise. Every few months, there's another delay and another explanation for why it would still be really dangerous for the public to see everything. The people in power are really hoping that they can just wait us out. That cannot happen. We cannot forget the Epstein files, and we should not stop talking about them. We need to be demanding daily.
The Epstein files done got swept under the rug now, fam. Ain't nobody talking about the Epstein files right now. That shit gone. Big Trey was good. It's too late.
We need to
Now they talking about Palm Beach Pete, but they ain't talking about the files.
include the transparency that was promised with actual transparency. Release all of it. Redact what really has to be redacted to protect victims and let the public see it. Redactions should be to protect victims. And yet we still got redactions protecting alleged perpetrators. That is not the transparency that we were promised for years. If it were up to Trump, we would never have seen anything and we would never see anything. A lot of the people that are now in power, controlling a lot of the access to these files, suggested before they were in power that once they are in power, we're finally going to get transparency. They criticize.
Right. I feel exactly what he's saying, man. I'm with him. Like they want to release the files and then redact names from it, redact the victims' names. That's who you protect. He right. Redact the victims' names. But show everybody else shit. Don't be blacking out everybody else shit. Show everybody that's in there. Like I said, though, I don't even think they didn't push them files so far back. They ain't even thinking about that no more, though.
That the files hadn't been released. They criticized the delays. Why won't Biden this or that? And yet, as they got closer and closer to power, people like Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, even Trump himself in a famous Fox News interview said, well, the Epstein files, I'm not as sure about those. And so now that they're in charge, where the hell?
When will you comply with the law and release all of the files?
As I said to you when we spoke before, we have complied with the law. We have reviewed.
There are 3 million more documents, and you know what you said to me? They're all duplicative, and they include another guy named Epstein.
No, I didn't.
Nobody's
say
buying.
That.
That's
I did
what
not
you said.
say that.
That's what you said.
So look,
reclaiming my
can
time.
I answer? Can I answer the question?
I just gave you the answer you gave me.
Time of the gentlelady has expired.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Chairman. What rules are we operating under? Because he's under a little bit of heat for not prosecuting anyone in these monstrous crimes? I've been in the room. I have been there.
Damn.
This is what I had to do, to transcribe, to show what is true. What is true is that the president has lied about being on Epstein's plane, and the unredacted files prove that. There's a lot in here. I am shocked at this.
We're no longer waiting on the USDA to attack this problem. They are telling ranchers, if you have a screwworm, send it to us, let us identify it. If we identify it, we will quarantine your ranch. No one is reporting. There's no telling how many we have out there, but no one wants to report that they have a screwworm fly because you get quarantined, you get shut down.
Right. They come in, take over your ranch. You can't make no money. You can't do nothing. Motherfucking farmers like, I ain't telling you if I got a screwworm or not, man. I don't want you government assholes coming and trying to take over my shit.
So that's counterproductive. We need to change that. Previously, if you turned one in, they would send you and drop sterile flies on your place or the fly bait. That's what we need to do. We don't need to be punishing people for reporting that they have the screwworm fly. To solve this, use the program that you've solved it with before, the SWAS program, the fly bait. It's very safe. The results showed no harm to the environment. We can shut this down. If we shut it down, they won't get to spend their $750 million on a new fly facility. I guess that's what they're holding out for. We need to shut it down now. We don't need 2.5 years Texas being infested with the screwworm fly.
I don't know that anybody's going to listen to this because it's not taboo, it's not sexy, and it's definitely not conspiracy. So, back in 2015, there was a military operation, a big one, back when Obama was in office, and it caused a lot of stir and a lot of conspiracy. That operation was called Jade Helm 15. And
hey, remember I was telling y'all yesterday about the military exercises they was doing in Flint, Michigan at the old schools and underground and causing all that noise and the community was complaining. Then they end up coming out saying that they was doing the training exercises, but at first they weren't saying nothing. That's what it was called, the J-Hem 15 something training or something. It was something. I remember they had it in the paper. I mean, not the paper, but on the news and everything, saying that that's what it was. So I guess that was doing like around the Obama time and everything. Angela Dow, the boss lady in the building. Truth lady, godmother in the building.
the reason why people were freaking out is because it was in 9 different Southwest states. They were planning urban military exercises within cities.
Yeah.
They were actually using live firearm training, and people thought that it was Obama's training to try and come take our guns and our firearms, but it just wasn't the case. And I think that what's more of a conspiracy and more, dare I say, disturbing is how many people will blindly believe things that they see on TikTok or in social media without doing the research. Yes, Trump did meet with his top generals, and yes, there was a military exercise in an urban environment last week that people turned into a conspiracy. But this is going on because the threat of being invaded, the threat of civil unrest, And so, yes, the military needs to be trained for live urban operations. And one says, well, there's military bases for that. There's really not. They're not training. They don't have set up full cities in live environments because they wanted it to be as live and as actual as possible.
My bad for stopping it, but this guy talking right now, he coming off to me as ex-military official. I bet he's been in the military before. Just look at him. His whole look and everything say military police cop or something. So, of course, he gonna be going with the agenda. Kip, what's good? What's good? ATX was popping.
I think you stated, maybe you can clarify, that there was an opportunity or effort to say, hey, you don't need to share this. Ashley, we'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. Write a big damn check.
Yeah, I was offered $40 million, which included an NDA and non-disparagement into eternity, which I declined. Part of this information is why, because I do believe him and his companies and everything that's being built to be incredibly consequential for the future of our country, the future of the country that my children will have to live in, the digital landscape that they'll have to live in. And I think there's a lot worse than being, middle class in America, and that's okay. I'm comfortable with that to keep my integrity. And at least when push came to shove, that I was able to turn that down. And I also think women need to speak up. I think a lot would not be allowed to happen if women stopped keeping a lot of secrets for men. So I saw things that were uncomfortable, particularly as it relates to women and the treatment of women within the right wing. I had experiences of my own, like with members of Congress, like Madison Cawthorn. While I was working at Republican companies, I had horrible experiences with people like Benny Johnson. I saw things that were uncomfortable, but I couldn't leave. And then eventually, skipping through a few chapters, I get an offer for $40 million for an NDA.
40 M's. And now she out here doing podcasts and everything. She done turned down the 40 M's. They wanted her to be quiet, but now she doing podcasts and spilling all the beans and everything. Y'all know what happened when you get to doing this type of stuff. I hate to say it, but she better be safe and better be careful. You know they don't like this, especially the elite, especially somebody like Elon Musk with all that money. For real. Freaky for her. Romel was good.
And from whom?
From Elon.
Okay.
And so when you're
NDA, like to never say anything about him ever?
Non-disparagement into eternity.
Okay. 40 million.
40 million. So it was 15 million.
When was
lumps.
this?
This was.
Nah, she ain't making no 40 M's, just telling. She definitely ain't making that.
December.
Not even close to it.
Of 2024.
Okay.
And it was 15 million lump and then 100K a month for 20 years, 21 years. So a little over 40 million. And in that moment, you have to make a choice. You're like, do I want to be a good person? And there's like very hyperbolically, people talk about like selling your soul in Hollywood and politics, but they never talk about the moment that you're presented with that offer. And to me, like that was that offer. It was like, sell your soul, take away your voice. No matter what I do, you won't be able to speak about it, but you'll have $40 million. You'll be materially comfortable. Your kids will be taken care of. And so that was right away. I said no.
For her to turn down that 40 M's just to be quiet and don't open her mouth and take care of her kids and live life forever, be straight forever. 40 M's. She must know something that she couldn't hold in, that she got to speak about, that's probably for the best of humanity or something. Because I don't understand it. Like, of course, it's like almost selling your soul. Yes, it is, because you're not telling nobody. You keeping it a secret of things you saw and everything. And it probably was like some major things and everything. But for her to be a woman and turn down 40 M's with kids and everything, and then go on the podcast and spill the beans and talk about this stuff, knowing that it can be some danger and some risk with doing that with your life, I gotta salute her. Salute to her. Strong woman right there. She's strong. Stood on business. Strong woman, man. Hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping. She just got to be safe. Got to be careful, man. Because they'll take that 40 M's that they offered you and give it to somebody else. And somebody come right along and take you to the upper room. Boss lady, thank you for that super chat. Boss
I
lady.
guarantee you, once Elon Musk hear what his baby moms had to say about him, he not gonna like it. And since you can't say too much in your videos, or you might get flagged, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let her say it. Look at this shit. I need you to listen to everything.
And in October,
Listen.
Elon tells me that he is ready to release his, in his words, anomaly in the Matrix.
Listen.
And I am like, oh, like, who's that? And he says that he has 10,000 lasers in space, referring to his satellites.
You heard that.
I say, because I am, like, rather uncomfortable and I know the gravity of what he's trying to tell me right now, I say, wow, finally a focus on the Jewish vote. He keeps going and he says, you know, this is not a piece that they'll see on the chessboard. And I straight up tell him, I say, I would ask more, but I really don't want to be deposed. Mm-hmm. To which he says, very wise. Shortly after that, you know, he's involved with America PAC and all of this other stuff, and he's sending me some internal data from America PAC, real-time Delta vote metrics.
Listen.
And I am just like, how the fuck do you have this sort of data? You don't get this from door knocking.
Oh, but she ain't finished.
He was stunned with her. That was his girlfriend. He was stunned. He's showing her, like, you see all this information I got all this data. I can do anything I want to do. You know how it be when the man be having a woman, he telling her everything. This shit crazy. She better be careful, man. Baby Case, salute the Baby Case over there on Twitch, holding it down for me.
It's more. Look at this.
So then to have arguably the most powerful man in the world who is sending me things about, you know, using his space technology in the election.
Damn.
I should also say that I have all of this backed up with many people with explicit instructions should anything happen to me, okay?
See, she know her life at risk. She said she got everything backed up with people with special instructions if anything happened to me. And how many times have we seen people like give out a clue and message like that, and then little down the road, little time, they be unalive, or they unalive themselves, or they fell sick, and we hear those stories. That's crazy, man. Better be careful.
But this was something that I was internally wrestling with, while publicly not really showing that I was having any of these internal ethical conflicts with myself regarding this information. And then on election night itself, Elon, you know, left Mar-a-Lago early. I was at Mar-a-Lago, and he told me over text. He's like, yeah, I knew hours ago that Trump won. My team has the best real-time data anywhere. First of all, how the f do you have real-time data on elections? How do you have real-time data?
Answer that question.
I could not understand that. I don't know that I ever will.
She said everything I couldn't say. Now I want to know what you think. Pay attention.
You know why I got that? Because you have no credibility.
But you've never presented evidence that it was rigged. Let's keep talking about, I want to talk about Todd
You
Blanche.
have more evidence. There's more evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk
Your
about...
elections in this country, we're like a third world country.
But, sir,
your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked, and so is ABC, and CBS, and CNN.
But, Mr. President...
You're one-sided crooked networks. All right, let's call it quits, because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the rain with you.
I know.
I've sat in the rain with you for an hour, on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press, because you know what?
Mr.
A country can never be great with a dishonest
Listen,
press.
we
Come on,
traveled
let's go.
all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Man, that motherfucking Trizzy is a motherfucker, y'all. Did y'all see that, man? Y'all see how he just left the whole how he left the interview No, you know, I sat in there enough time for you to, come on, let's go. Dropped his mic and stepped on the mic, y'all. Trizzy crazy, man.
Let's call it quits because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the rain.
Why he dropped the microphone on the floor like that, man? What's wrong with him? Why did he drop the microphone on the floor like that, man?
Let's call it quits because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the rain with you.
I know.
I've sat in the rain with you for an hour, on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press because you know what? A country can never be great with a dishonest press.
We traveled all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Damn. Man, he crazy.
So I was out here in the yard just working, and this just bit me. Here's a picture of it.
Damn.
I don't know what.
That's a mosquito? Man.
For this interview.
Kip was good, fam.
So I was out here in the yard just working, and this just bit me. Here's a picture of it.
Man, oh my God. Look at that mosquito right there, y'all. That's crazy right there, man. That's a big ass mosquito, and it's on his iPhone. Look how big that mosquito is, man. Oh my God, man. I would have got the trip. I would have got paranoid, got bit by something like that, man. Damn.
I don't know what that is. It looks like a mosquito that's been taking steroids. I'm at a loss for words. I've never seen anything like that. If you know what it is, please tell me. Am I gonna die? That's all I need to know.
Okay,
Damn.
this video is not AI. This was taken inside of, I think, a skid steer in Nebraska. And those are not flies, dude. Actually, there is some flies buzzing around out there. But the million little insects on the window, those are ticks. And this guy in this video is talking about how he's never seen ticks like this in his entire life. Now, the mainstream is saying there's so many ticks now because of the climate. And they're saying because of warm winters and stuff. But in where I live, we had the coldest winter for a very long time this year. And now we're said to have a tick explosion this summer. So it makes no sense. Now, the crazy part is, if it's anything like rats, there's not known to be many rats in the interior of Canada up here or in the States here because of the mountains. They can't really get over the mountains apparently. But these ticks, I guess if they happen to fall out of a plane, they could get anywhere, couldn't they? Now, I'm of course not suggesting that anyone's finding any boxes of anything on their farms and stuff, although I have seen a bunch of videos about it. But who do you blame on that when there's no name on the box, no trademark, no property of mention on the box? It's just a blank box that a million ticks crawl out of. And I've been bit by a tick before, by the way, and I'll tell you exactly where. Right around here. I was in Alberta, went over here, and then it was in Manitoba, actually. And this friggin' tick, man, I laid down in a farmer's field at 5 in the morning after a long night's driving, put a blanket down, rested my head, and I woke up to several ticks climbing on me and one tick that had bit me on my side. Anyway, I didn't get alpha-gal.
Hey, Frank, I just seen your message in the chat. That's what I was just thinking about. I'm like, man, how can you beat this infestation of these ticks and everything? And it's setting it, set the whole farm on fire, burn everything and start all over. But you know how like tragic that'd be for like a lot of these farmers and everything, like to have to burn all their crops and everything and start all over. And who's to say that when you start all over, they don't drop another box on your shit or it get infested again? That shit crazy. Right, ain't no ticks out here in the desert. That's what it's looking like.
Or anything like that. I can still eat meat. But that's shocking, dude. What's going on with these ticks? Remember to put on these certain essential oils. You got to find out, do your research, but you can have natural, you don't need to use DEET. You can use natural things to get rid of these damn ticks, man. And get that guinea fowl and that chickens, they eat ticks too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. and follow for more.
You created a free energy system? Yes, I did, and I've already got a patent pending. Incredible! So it just pulls energy right from the atmosphere? Yes, it does, right out of the air we breathe. No oil, coal, or fossil fuels required at all. Not one emission will be given off. And this can power homes, cars, practically anything we can think of. Anything you can think of. Amazing. All right. Where do we stick the meter? The meter? What meter? The meter, you know, to monitor the customer's usage. Oh, you don't need a meter. It's free energy that everyone has access to. No more electric or gas bills, no more gas stations, an entire free energy power grid that everybody's tapped into that's also clean for the planet. I'll buy your patent for $200 million. Whoa, what? Well, I'm not really selling it. I mean, what do I need the money for? My electric bill? It's for the betterment of the planet, not me. That is so beautiful. You really are a promising young mind, and your invention is not only remarkable, but could save the entire planet. Here, hold this gun. It's a shame you had to go and unalive yourself, kid. All right, boys, seize all his research and raise the price of oil while you're at it.
That's exactly what the fuck be going on, y'all. It was a joke, but that was the truth. It was the truth in that joke, man. It was for funny little cartoon, but that's exactly what be going on. And most of the time, it takes somebody very like he said, that young man right there, he was like, hey, what? I mean, I don't need all that money. I want to introduce this free energy for the whole world, for everybody and everything. And they like, oh, yeah. Wipe his nose. Because that's how they do that. Come and see your patent, see you got something going on. Same thing with the dudes, a couple dudes that created like cars that can run off water, like the little whole water fuel for cars and stuff like that and everything. They probably come to them and offer them a crazy amount of money. Hey, we give you 25 billion. We give you 100 billion right now. Just, we want to take your patent, take everything, your idea, your research and everything. And you just sign this NDA, don't talk about it no more. And here you go. And most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people get offered that money. They shit, you get offered something like that. It's like, you can't say no. 100 billion, 200 billion. Like, damn, what? But this shit crazy. Man, there are commercials here already supporting data centers here. Man, salute the front, man, for that super chat. My God.
These clips, recorded during a storm in the United Kingdom, show an object whose appearance and movement stand out sharply from typical weather phenomena.
That shit look crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Recorded on January 28, 2024, near Rendlesham, the object appears dark and plasma-like, seemingly interacting with lightning during the storm. Given the area's historical significance, some question whether this was an experimental atmospheric phenomenon or an unidentified event.
This person was sold in a slave auction.
Looked like Raiden. Looked like Raiden from Mortal Kombat was up there sending some lightning off. This story right here crazy, y'all. Like, this right here is crazy, man. Like, I think I did see something about this a while ago on the stream, but like, they are still selling people in Libya, y'all. Like actually selling people. Children, adults, and everything, and like selling them like as slaves. I'm like, damn, this shit, like, to this day, like not no years ago, and then I'm talking about like right now, June 7th, 2026.
For $400 in Libya, and Miss Naima Jamal was sold for $5,500. Yes, slavery still exists. Still in most of the world, actually. And the worst of it, children are sold in the market as well. Congo has 40,000 child slave workers, and many of them work mining. It's a hard physical job, not really meant for kids. Some are also sold as S workers, which is absolutely horrible. And some are even used as soldiers. Yes, as soldiers, which sounds and looks ridiculous. And sadly, they've been doing that for a very long time.
That's
Many
crazy.
foreign countries and organizations have tried to come in and stop that, but unfortunately it still persists. In this video right here, children were brought to the market in bags while they were being transported. That is actually how they transported those kid slaves.
Man, that's wild right there. Now this, like, seeing this make me think like what kind of world are we living in where we'd go like I thought we were supposed to be like, even though I know we be on bullshit over here, America is definitely evil for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, but why haven't nobody went over there to like go and stop what's happening with that type of shit like there? Like, that's where you send taxpaying money or you know, people, troops, and over there to end and stop shit that's going on like this. But nah, they let it slide. And I think ain't that over there where is Libya? Is that where like Hillary Clinton and like over them, like they had started a school or something and they was accused of like doing some like little stuff with the kids, like the T-word stuff? I don't know. I don't know if it was that was the place or it was somewhere else. But I remember some. It was Oprah. Okay, Ashley. Salute to Ashley in the chat, man. My fam, Ash, New Mexico fam.
It's almost unbelievable somebody would do something like that. This is the hard reality of what's going on the other side of the world, especially in the Congo, in which our Zio media will absolutely not cover. And on top of this all, slave or not, 750,000 children in Congo are malnourished and hungry. Congo. Oddly, it's one of the world's richest countries in terms of natural resources, yet at the same time has one of the world's worst economies. It's one of the poorest countries. So while we're arguing over frivolous stuff here in America, here's what's going on the other side of the world.
And the crazy thing about it is they doing all that type of shit, modern day slavery with those kids and everything. That's probably the same place. Remember those commercials used to come on TV back in the day? Like, you can help this child, this malnourished kid for 2 cents a day. Just donate here and everything. They probably was getting so much money. Like, man, this shit crazy, man. It's crooked ass scam world we live in, man.
For the people that are unaware and think that slavery just doesn't exist anymore, I'm going to show you something, and I really hope it informs you. Here's example number 1, example number 2, and finally example number 3. You see, it's funny because many people that are fleeing into Libya are only running from poverty, war, and persecution. This typically makes it easier for traffickers because traffickers know that they often lack documentation, legal status, money, you know what I mean, protection. And sub-Saharan Africans specifically have long faced racial injustices and scapegoating, which makes exploitation easier and justifiable, which then makes all of this harder to stop. Listen, this is something I'm just educating myself on, and I'm upset that I'm just educating myself on because this is something that's been going on for years. And my people, sub-Saharan African specifically, are the people who are actually going through this tragedy. So I urge you to follow your roots, find out what your roots are, and I don't know, man, it's not like we can do much over here in America. There's already a system doing things, but like, it's good to raise awareness to let you guys know, like, these injustices, there's way worse things that are going on outside of America. So be happy of the freedoms that we actually have here.
Right. I feel exactly what he's saying. Like, we complain about America. Like, it's a lot of bullshit going on over here, especially internally with our government and everything. But like, comparing it to other spots like that in other countries, third world countries that's going through a lot more, it make you a little appreciate America a little bit more for sure. I ain't go front. Like, would you rather be over there or would you rather be over here? Like, I know it's bullshit going on over here. We got the crooked politicians, the evil motherfuckers. They scamming, they getting money and everything. But comparing it to a lot of other spots, you'll be like, man, well, I guess it ain't that bad over here. You know what I'm saying? But All that land of the free. That's just all a perception. We all still in the system. We all caught in this damn system that they put together. So this shit crazy, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep that algorithm jumping, man. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
I buying that grocery store bread February 10th, 2026. This is the bread I bought 6 months ago when I moved to my apartment. I left in the back of my refrigerator just to experiment with it. I put it in the refrigerator for 3 months. I left it out on my counter for another 3 months.
That's crazy.
Look, it's not molded. It's not molded. It breaks. It's still squishy. I mean, it's still moist and everything. This is 6-month-old bread.
Damn.
The bread doesn't go mold. It doesn't grow moldy, y'all. Look at it.
That's crazy. And that's Wonder Bread. That's what my granny them used to be on back in the day. They used to love that Wonder Bread. I don't think, no, this ain't cap. This real. I got some old bread downstairs. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it and do an experiment. But this real. This all over online and everything. You seen the date on it, but of course I know you can just always switch to put different bread inside of there and everything. But the bread don't mold no more. Like this shit real. The bread do not mold no more. Go buy you some bread and put it in the refrigerator and go back and check out in 2-3 months. You go look at it, it's gonna still be straight. You go be like, damn. For real. Like you gotta either make your own bread. I think it's like maybe 1 or 2 brands. I don't know exactly which ones, but it's a 1 or 2 brands that will mold eventually. I forgot what it was, but I ain't even been fucking with no bread lately because of this. Cause I'm like, man, we've been eating all this damn bullshit ass bread for this long and just sticking inside of you. Ain't even breaking down or nothing. For real. Bang Boogie, what up, fam?
Another piece.
I never in my life paid attention to the trees until I just so happened to look up and I saw this tree. And if you've seen the movie Hopper, you know how they were talking about like the fake trees, get the animals to move. Bro, why do we have one of those trees here in Houston? I've never. Oh my gosh.
That's the one trees, those big ass frequency 6G trees or whatever. We got them out here in Vegas too. Them boys everywhere.
I never realized this tree existed, that it was fake. Oh my gosh.
Come on in. I know y'all need to hear this here. I know y'all been wondering this. Everybody been wondering this like I've been wondering it. I know you've been wondering it, Vic. This is why your gas has been running out so fast. Now, come on now. You know gas prices have been through the roof. It's damn near $5 a gallon now. And it seems like as soon as you fill up and you get to the pump, next thing you know, you get the ride, next thing you know, you need to go to the pump again. You dig what I'm saying? So this is why. If you ever notice when you go to the pumps, they have that sign that said it's 10% ethanol. You ever pay that any attention, Vic? Yes. Okay. Well, in March of 2026, the EPA issued an emergency waiver allowing E15 gas, which means it's going to have 15% ethanol in it instead of 10%, right? Okay. Now, Congress has passed a law stating that now they are going to allow E15 all year round to be added to the gasoline and fuel, right? Now, that might not sound like a big deal. Okay, whatever. But let me explain what that ethanol does. And mind you, now, this is what I did in the military. I was a gas man, petroleum specialist. Shout out to all my 92 Foxes and all my battle brothers went to war with me. Shout out to y'all. But yeah, so I know a little something about this here. So what that is, what the ethanol is, basically what the ethanol does, it cuts the gas. For all my street pharmacists and people who are in the street, it's basically cut. They put cut on it so you don't have to use, so they don't have to use as much gas, or you don't have to use as much gas. So they cut some of it with the ethanol. So basically, you know, when anything is cut or stepped on, it's a less valuable product, right? Okay, so That's the layman's. Let me get into it though. Okay, boom, brown, boom, boom, boom. Basically, okay, boom, boom. Okay, add ethanol. Ethanol is basically something they add to the fuel, so you don't need as much fuel. So basically, they cut it, and anybody knows. Okay, yeah, I just said that. The worst of the product, yeah, which is why your car has been idling rough when you're just sitting there. Okay, while your gas has been running out so fast, and while your digital fuel gauge has been off. You know how that's been all over the place sometimes where you sitting there, you think, oh, I'm supposed to have this much gas, and they ain't got that much gas? This is why. Because they've been putting E15 in. They ain't just started this. They just officially announced it. But they've been doing this, like I said, since March or probably before. This ain't told us. Now the cat is out the bag because people noticing and people complaining about it, so they can't just keep lying.
Hey, I don't know if that E85, that ethanol, is the purest fuel or not. I've been seeing a lot of people complaining about it. I ain't never used no E85, but I see a lot of people complaining, talking about it messing up their engine and all this type of shit and everything. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know until I experience it or use it, but I ain't never used no E85, but I definitely thought it was like cut or a cheaper gas because, I mean, it is. It costs less and everything, but and everybody complaining about it don't last as long. I guess it burned faster and everything, but I don't know.
Right? So what it is you have a reduced fuel efficiency. That's what it is. So supposedly you'll pay less at the pump, but you're going to need more gas more often. So how's that saving? If I save less at the pump, but I got to go to the pump more, how am I saving money? Don't make sense. But they'll put the wool over your eyes and make you think that you saving money because you're paying less at the pump. Not to mention, but you ain't realize you at the pump three times a week instead of once or twice. Right? And if you have an older car or something, to just ride around and how we do have something just get around.
You built a water-powered car? Yes, I did. Runs entirely on H2O. Incredible! And it uses no oil at all? Not a drop. 0 emissions burned, which equals clean for the environment. Fantastic! Does it have to be fresh water? Fresh water or salt water? Why, that would even help with the rising sea levels. My gosh, you're like some sort of a genius or something. Wow, okay. So, how should we build the fueling station? Fueling stations? Yeah, fueling stations, like gas stations, but for water. Water stations. Why, you won't need any of those. This car gets 200 miles per gallon of water. Why, it'll practically run forever. What? It has a 100% burn rate. Why, with a 20-gallon tank, you can fill it up right at home, and you can drive across the country and back with hardly even spending a dime.
You know what's gonna happen.
Well, isn't that just wonderful? Why, your invention could save the planet. Here, let's have a toast. To the water-powered car. To the water-powered car. Oh, my God. You poisoned me.
Oh my God, man. Joke, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Joke, but it's the truth. And I think something like that did happen it was a couple guys that created some water powered cars and everything a while ago. And I think some did happen to him. I know one of them, he was unalive, but I think it was another guy too. But my man out here that's creating the fuel to plastiline, he's still out here. He been moving smart and militant. He know they own him. He know they watching him and everything. Like he been moving smart. So salute to him trying to maneuver through all this mess and everything. GLC was good.
Hey guys, quick update. So ChatGPT is turning into a super app. So report says that OpenAI is planning its biggest ChatGPT overall since launch. And the goal is to turn ChatGPT into a super app with coding tools, AI agents, and integration for tasks like design, booking, and business workflows. So why does this matter? Well, OpenAI wants ChatGPT to become the place where work starts, not just where questions get answered. So for businesses...
Hold on. Salute to my dog, Rah, man. Rah for becoming a member, then gifting 5 memberships. Appreciate you, Rah. And congratulations to those who received the memberships. Let me see who we got. Ashley, congratulations. Frank, the Tank, congratulations. Christopher, congratulations. The Black Sheep Show, congratulations. And Queen Melissa, congratulations, man. Thank you so much, Rah. Appreciate you, fam. Congratulations to the new members. Much love, y'all. Thank you.
That means that AI could move deeper into coding, planning, and customer support. So going forward, we should see more AI agents, more paid tools, and a bigger push into enterprise customers. So my question to you is this. Would you trust ChatGPT to become your main work hub? Let me know what you think in the comments.
People using AI are replacing the people who don't. We can either complain about the future or position ourselves for it. The brokers send out these offering memorandums, 70-page documents. AI condenses that, reviews it in under a minute, and gives me a full report saying, Don, you should buy this. Ask AI, and I'm talking ChatGPT, gang, for those people who... I'm talking ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT you're stuck. And you want them to create a plan for you. I want you to tell ChatGPT, I want you to create a plan for me to help me get unstuck. If you got ChatGPT open right now, try it and see what it spits out. If you don't like what it says, tell it, hey, I don't like that. Give me something else. How about this? How about we improve on that?
Man, we in the future, man. We talking about ChatGPT, AI, talking to you, answering questions, responding and everything. Like, we are in the future. Nonprofit came across some pretty dope, man. Appreciate you, fam. Like, this shit crazy, man. I wish we can go back to the old school days, but it make you think now, like with all this stuff going on with AI and all these robots and everything, like it's like as the people, we complain, you know, conspiracy theories, we complain like, oh, they suppressing technology. They're not giving us all the technology. But now it seems like this technology is rolling out fast as fuck and it's coming at us so fast and it's coming out now. It's like, we like, oh, hold on, no shit, hold on. We want to go back to the old days and everything. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't even know. It's like, I'm stuck in between, man, because I don't know, man. All this AI shit, this shit crazy.
AI does it for you. So again, all your excuses are eliminated. The playing field is now level. So what are we going to do about it? I gave you a golden nugget about the credit. I gave you 2 golden nuggets. How to get it removed. I talked you through it. The rest is in the book. The other nugget was, don't ever pick up the phone and call them. AI does the work for you. They're not calling them, but I'm simply saying that they're preparing the letters. They're giving you.
He's saying people better start using AI or you're going to lose your job or whatever to people that are using AI to get things done. But that's his opinion.
The statutes. So all you have to, your job has been eliminated because all you have to do is take the letters that they prepare, put your name and address in there, send it off. AI has done all that for you. So that's the easy part. The hard part is you taking action. That's the hard part. Take action. What you are getting here,
Margaret, was good.
Is a way to level up, to learn skills that can help you when all the jobs are eliminated, when you're possibly laid off from your job. But there's about 4.3 million people that's lost their job since last September. 99% of the people aren't using AI. 99% of us aren't using AI. But here's the even better thing, so you still have time. 99% of everybody else ain't using it. So what I'm saying to you is you still have time.
Someone else can wear sneakers. So, okay, wait a minute. It means you're permanently in the lead. So I know that there's several camps in Silicon Valley. We have to remember this, where David Sack comes from, is you have a camp that says, oh, Dario left in the name of safety, but now he's not really on safety. Remember, he left OpenAI with his sister in the name of safety. Oh, now it's not safety anymore. You're king. You've got a 500 billion coming from the Middle East, and you've raised all this too. So I think there's some.
Hey, what about people who drive? What about these autonomous cars that's driving themselves, or these autonomous robots that's working in warehouses and everything, or like the stores I went in the other day that don't have no cashiers no more? They got the automated cashiers in there that you put your own stuff on there and they ring it up. Like, oh, that's AI. So shit, it's some people losing some jobs for sure. It might not be a lot, but definitely some people. What about the call centers that went all automated, autonomous, all automated, like AI call centers? Like, what happened to all those people? Like, it's crazy.
Some truth to that, but I think what we all have to be aware of is that the pace of change in AI is only accelerating. I'm looking at Opus 4.6 6 months ago. Now I use Opus 4.8 for certain things. You can see the improvement. It's happening fast. And so the fact that now it could improve itself or improve models while it's running, you know, I don't think you step in and regulate it at this point. I think you regulate output, right? You didn't like cars with certain mileage, so we regulated pollution out the tailpipe, and you have a catalytic converter. But capitalists could build whatever engines they wanted as long as you didn't pollute. So I think there's going to be an end result. Do you see what I mean? There's an end result. Let's regulate the end result, but then let everybody compete on what they build.
Look, I think everyone has a right to be a little confused, unsure, pessimistic, a little scared of whatever AI is and what it can do.
Right.
Totally understand that, because I think all of us are like, what's going on here? You see college graduates, anytime AI is brought up, you've seen this, they just start booing uncontrollably. So I'm not pretending to know what's going on. Here's what I do know. Do we think China is stopping this AI race? Do we think that China is going to be like, hey guys, let's just...
Hell no, China ain't stopping. China ramping up. China motherfucking years ahead of us with technology. But they try to make it seem like we the number one country. We number one in everything. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. But every day the truth is coming out more and more. A lot of things happening, y'all. But like I say, stay on wave. Take it day by day. Protect your peace watching these videos. Keep that love around. Keep that good energy around. Stay positive. Stay vibrating those high frequencies in the end somehow, some way. When all this crazy stuff come to the end, we will win. Somehow, some way. You feel me? Salute to my content management, moderators, everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the support, y'all, the super chats, the new members, everything. Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all real soon. Peace.
Fam over.